Episode 1 of Top Boy Season 3 begins back at the apartment as that fateful gunshot changes everything. Jamie has been shot dead. Sully skips away, while Dustin is completely unaware of this, heading out for dinner with Shelly. Dustin has plans to retire, but with Jamie now dead, that seems to be completely out the window. Dustin receives a text from Jack confirming that Jamie has been killed, and this completely rattles him. In the bathroom, Sully appears and offers a new deal. He wants Dustin to step back and let him take over. He even offers a generous cut if he does. Dustin concedes, telling Sully to make sure he brings the money. And just like that, Sully is in charge. Time passes and the operation ticks by. Lauren gives birth to her beautiful son, and Jack is there to reassure her that the child definitely doesn't take after her father. Lauren has been through a horrific ordeal and seems to be suffering from postnatal depression, with a look bordering on resentment toward her child. Elsewhere, Steph is going through the motions. After seeing Jamie killed right before his eyes, he's struggling to adjust. Grief threatens to consume him, but a small glimmer of hope comes in the form of Mandy's daughter, Erin, who has a crush on him. Jack continues to handle business and Sully messages to head down to the warehouse for a delivery. Only, there's nobody there. An empty van is suspiciously out in the open though, and as the pair investigate, they find boxes inside holding the severed heads of two Moroccan lynx. One has a phone with a number on, coupled with the words "Call me." The cold, chilling voice on the other end of the line belongs to a guy called Taj, and he's an Irish fella who wants to work with Sully. Apparently, he has a contact nearby called Johnny whom he's going to be contacting. Dustin shows up to see Bill, an old contact who knows a good deal about the Irish. Sully quizzes about the phone call and, more specifically, who Johnny may be. It turns out the guy is part of the McGee family. They're big time and their boss is Taj. They're serious and they make their money through drugs too. Bill is hesitant to help, but he's clearly rattled by this revelation, showing just how serious they are. Sully is quick to remind Bill that he owes a favor, so he doesn't have much of a choice. Dustin heads off to try and get his money back from Lythe, and he wants $2.1 million by the end of the week. Unfortunately, it's all tied up in the Summerhouse redevelopment, so getting that back out is not as easy as it seems. Dustin is not happy, but Lythe agrees to do what she can. The menacing look in Dustin's eye is enough to twist her arm. Immigration show up to see Diana, with orders to remove Kieran. This causes a big ruckus in Summerhouse, especially when Kieran is taken outside in handcuffs. It's a shocking sequence, especially as Kieran screams for his mom. Mandy organizes a peaceful protest to combat what's happened. The whole community sit around the police cars so they can't leave. When Sully finds out, he's not exactly supportive and he reminds Jack that she's supposed to be drug running. She refuses, believing this is a much more righteous cause, but when more feds show up, they're overwhelmed by shouts of "let him out" and the situation escalating. For now though, Sully's interest lies with Johnny, and for $5,000 he convinces Bill to come along to point out who the guy is. Johnny's not alone though, and as the group arrive at the stables, it turns out Bill has double-crossed him with Johnny, and Sully is left in no man's land, his associate killed in cold blood. The Irish want 50% of the cut for Sully's business, and they've taken out the Moroccans so they have all the product right now. It's not like they have much of a choice. "Think about it, boys," Johnny says, before leaving. Elsewhere, the community managed to come out on top as the police back off and decide to leave on grounds of public safety. In fact, Kieran is let go too. It's good news all round, with Shelly excited to get her new shop up and running. At least, it would be if Sully hadn't just messaged wanting to talk to Dustin. As the episode closes out, Jack heads over to Lauren's and is shocked to find drugs on the sofa. She's concerned, especially as Lauren is passed out and the babe is in his crib. The stomach-churning reality hits her. She's been supplying drugs to feed Lauren's habit. The episode review Top Boy is back and the show wastes no time picking up where it left off from before. There's a new threat in town in the form of the Irish, and the show's tension and drama continues to be a particular highlight. If that wasn't enough, we also have some social issues bleeding through, something the show has always done quite well with. In this instance, it comes in the form of immigration. The peaceful protest is enough to free Kieran, but it's clear this is far from over. Everything gets off to a solid start here though, paving the way for an enticing few episodes to follow.